Split is Croatia's second largest city. It's a lively blend of history and modern energy. You'll find Roman ruins, lively cafes, and a waterfront that's always buzzing. While some Dalmatian towns feel like they exist just for tourists, Split is the real deal, authentic, vibrant, and always moving. Split's old town isn't huge, and mostly walkable. In this video, I'll take you through the must-see spots, and highlight some Game of Thrones filming locations along the way. One place you must visit in Split is the Diocletian's Palace. It isn't just a palace, it's basically an ancient emperor's retirement home that turned into a full-blown city. Built in the 4th century by the Roman Emperor Diocletian, this massive complex has everything: stone walls, alleyways, and even underground tunnels. Diocletian's palace has 4 gates, each named after a different metal. If you're coming in from the Riva waterfront, you'll be entering through the brass gate on the south side. Diocletian's cellars are a key part of Diocletian's palace, and one of the Game of Thrones filming locations. Although the palace is free to enter, this underground cellar needs a separate ticket. Yes, the Diocletian cellars are where the dragons are kept. When the palace was first built, the cellars were filled with water from 3 different sources. Later, after Rome fell, medieval residents used them as a dump. The elite lived upstairs, grabbing what was once the emperor's wing. They carved the rough holes you see in the ceiling to dump their garbage and sewage. Yeah, this spot used to be covered in filth, literally. Hard to imagine now. As you step out of the cellar, you'll find yourself in the famous peristyle, Split's stunning central square, where ancient Roman architecture meets everyday city life. Black Sphinx is the only one of Diocletian's collection of 13 that's still mostly intact. Roman soldiers pose for tips. The interesting thing is that buildings from different eras by different people can be found in this square. The pillars defining the arcades now obscured by medieval houses, a very unique style you won't find in other historic sites. Going up a few more stairs from the square is the vestibule. The empty hole in the ceiling was once capped by a dome and has since collapsed. Diocletian would stand here and overlook the peristyle. You can go up the bell tower, but it's crowded during the day, so I decided to come back at closing time. There are 3 directions you can go from here: west, east and north. If you go west, you get to see the Jupiter's temple. Going east, you'll go to the backside of the bell tower and St. Domnius Cathedral. Going north, you'll be heading to the Golden Gate. This tiny church is not easy to find. Before you exit the Golden Gate on the north, you need to turn to this arched passageway. Head upstairs. This might be the smallest or narrowest church in the world. Outside Golden Gate, there is this monument to Gregory of Nine, 10th century Croatian priest who tried to convince the Vatican to allow sermons in Croatian rather than Latin. People rub Gregory's toe for good luck. Since Diocletian's palace is also a living part of the city, you'll find all kinds of shops tucked within its ancient walls. One of the streets here is another Game of Thrones filming location. It was the slave rebellion scene. This street is not easy to find. You can locate this restaurant first, and the alley is just next to it. I wonder how people manage to hang their laundry here, threading clotheslines between ancient stone walls. Like I mentioned earlier, I timed my climb up the bell tower at Peristyle just before closing. Turns out, it was the perfect choice. No lines, a stunning night view, and an all-around incredible experience. Made it to the top. It was completely dark. It felt completely surreal, almost mystical, like stepping into another world. People were still gathered at the bar inside the Peristyle, enjoying the atmosphere. Split has plenty more to offer beyond the palace. The Riva is this chill waterfront strip right by the sea, smack in front of Diocletian's palace. Palm trees, tasty food at laid-back cafes, and vibes that go from sunny lounging to party mode when the sun drops. The Riva's been the place to be since way back when Diocletian's palace was built around 305 AD. Fast forward to the 1800s, when Napoleon gave it a glow-up with the wide promenade and fancy vibe we see today. We found ourselves coming back several times during our stay. I especially loved visiting at dusk, fewer people, a softer sun, and the perfect time to just sit on a bench and unwind. If you're looking for a quieter spot, head west to the West Bank and Marjan Hill for a more peaceful experience. Quick tip, at the start of the West Bank, there's a small church where you can pause for a break, before heading off on the river walk, and up to Marjan Hill. At West Bank, you'll find some trendy bars, restaurants, and a marina nearby. While you're near the marina, keep an eye out for Split's most famous street cat, Cat Tom. The water here is the Adriatic Sea, which is the stunning body of water, separating the Italian peninsula from the Balkan Peninsula. Adriatic is a paradise for travelers, with its turquoise waters and rocky coastlines. It's perfect for swimming, sailing, and seafood feasting. Think fresh octopus salad, and grilled fish with a sea breeze. Not far away from the marina, you'll get to the Marjan Hill, which is a great place for a panoramic view of the sea and the city. The hill is dotted with hidden chapels, medieval churches, and scenic lookout points. Climb the Marjan stairs is a 10 to 15 minutes workout. If you come during a sunny and hot day, wear a hat and bring some water. Finally arrived at the popular viewpoint. This cafe is a perfect spot for a coffee or a cold drink, while taking in the view. From here you can go all the way up to the top of the hill, which probably takes about half an hour. I chose to go down from here, taking the stone-paved staircase down toward the city. This might be the other famous cat, Cat Bernadette. As you descend, you'll pass through the charming Varos neighborhood, a historic district with narrow alleys and traditional Dalmatian houses. Continue downhill until you reach the West Bank Promenade. You're back in the old town. Just west of Diocletian's palace, there are also some interesting spots to explore, including charming public squares and a lively shopping street. Does this place look familiar to you? The Republic Square gives off serious Venetian vibes, kind of like a smaller version of St. Mark's Square in Venice. It was built in the 19th century during the Austro-Hungarian rule and was designed in the Neo-Renaissance style. The square often hosts concerts, film screenings, and cultural festivals, especially in summer. The fruit square gets its name from the fact it was once a bustling marketplace, where locals sold fresh fruits and vegetables. The Venetian castle you see here is built by the Venetians, to defend against Ottoman and pirates. Marko Marulic is a famous Croatian poet and writer, often called the father of Croatian literature. Today, Fruit Square is lined with boutiques, souvenir shops, and cafes. There are also some hidden alleyways around the square, leading to secluded courtyards and historic buildings, perfect for exploring. Marmont Street is Split's most famous shopping street, known for its lively atmosphere and mix of modern and historic charm. This is a very popular market among locals, which offers daily catch from the Adriatic Sea. Thanks to the nearby sulfur springs, the market is fly-free, a rare phenomenon for a fish market. Fun sculpture with a fountain and cup. The street was named after Marmont, a French general under Napoleon, who modernized Split, improving roads, sanitation, and infrastructure. Head east of Diocletian's palace, and you'll come across the Green Market. This is Split's main outdoor market, has been a local go-to-market place for hundreds of years. If you'd like to come visit, come in the morning for the freshest picks. It's also a great spot to pick up some souvenirs at reasonable prices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos about Split and other fascinating destinations.